There is a very specific kind of exhaustion that comes with sliding backwards. Not the panic of failing for the first time, but the quiet defeat of failing right after you thought you had made it. You fix the debt, you increase your income. For a moment it feels stable. Then without warning, the math stops working, and you're back where you started. When money gets tight, we reach for the same explanation. I just need to earn more. We treat income like protection, like crossing a certain number will make the problem disappear. But income is just flow. It's not structure. And without structure, more flow changes nothing. We confuse income with stability, but they are not the same thing. You can double your income and double your fragility at the same time. Real stability lives in the gap between what you earn and what you're locked into paying. If that gap is thin, you're not secure, you're exposed. And when that margin is thin, everything has to go right. No surprises, no shocks, no mistakes. But real life doesn't work like that. One repair, one bill, one bad month, that's all it takes to break a system that looked stable but never actually was. The climb out is real. Discipline, sacrifice, control. You track everything, you cut back, and eventually you cross the line from stress into stability. And for the first time in a long time, things feel quiet. But this is where the trap is set, because progress doesn't stay internal. We want to see it, so we upgrade the space, the car, the lifestyle, and slowly we replace flexibility with commitments we can't easily escape. The income grows, but so does everything attached to it. On paper, you're doing better than ever, but underneath, nothing has changed. The buffer is still thin. The margin is still tight. It's just a bigger system with the same vulnerability. So now you have a paradox. You are wealthier, but more fragile, because the cost of maintaining your life has risen, but your room to fail hasn't. And when that balance shifts too far, collapse doesn't take much. Eventually, something breaks the rhythm. A missed payment, a drop in income, an unexpected cost. And because your costs don't stop, the pressure hits instantly. The buffer disappears fast, and years of progress unwind in weeks. This is where the real damage begins. Because financial stress doesn't just hurt, it changes how you think. Your world shrinks, your focus narrows. You stop planning long-term because all your attention is pulled into today. And under that pressure, decisions change. Not because you're careless, but because you're cornered. You trade tomorrow for today. You protect what's urgent at the cost of what matters. And slowly, the system starts to break itself. Then the system turns on you. Fees, interest, penalties. The cost of being unstable rises. Right when you can least afford it, it becomes more expensive to survive. Precisely when your capacity is lowest. That's the trap. And just like that, you're back at the beginning. Different lifestyle, same reality, same pressure, same fragility. The progress looked real, but structurally, nothing changed. So, the system resets. The hardest part isn't the money, it's the second climb. Because the first time, you had energy, belief, momentum. Now you have history, and that weight makes everything harder. And instead of blaming the system, we blame ourselves. We call it discipline or mindset, but most of the time, it's structure. And when structure is wrong, effort doesn't fix it. So we try again, cut back, work harder, push more. But if nothing changes underneath, the outcome doesn't change either. You're not escaping the loop, you're restarting it. Breaking it requires a different definition of progress. Not what you can afford, but what you can absorb. Stability isn't lifestyle, it's margin. And margin is what protects you when life doesn't go to plan. The real discipline isn't getting ahead, it's staying where you are when you could upgrade. Holding the line, letting income rise without letting your costs follow. That's where resilience is built. And the strongest systems don't rely on willpower, they rely on design. You automate protection, you remove decisions. So stability doesn't depend on how you feel. It becomes the default. When that structure is in place, everything changes. Shocks still happen, but they don't break you. They pass through. No panic, no collapse, just control. Quiet, stable, control.